I've been giving this a lot of thought. How to cover the Travers this year. The other day, I did a video on whether I was going to attend the Travers. Last year, I went make the 240-mile drive north from the New York City area up to Saratoga. I was this way and that way about it, and I've landed on how I'm going to cover it. So in this video, I'm going to present the schedule of Travers 2026 coverage that I'm going to do and lay it out for you. I think you're going to enjoy this. Here's the deal. First things first, I'll answer the question. Am I attending the Travers this year? Attended it last year. No, I will not be attending the Travers live, and I'll tell you why. It's about 6:30 in the morning here, already up handicapping, doing my stuff. Okay, why not? I just rather be able to handicap these races and bring you a show on Saturday covering all of the races on the Travers here for you viewers. Give you my selections. You'll see, I can answer questions about the horses, give you my actual plays for the races, or if I'm going to pass, go race by race. And it's a more relaxed environment on a big day like this. Could just do it. I believe there are some good betting opportunities out there, especially in some of the later races, and even the Travers is going to be a barn burner. So it's easier to handicap, have all the data in front of me. You don't have to fight the crowds. I won't have to deal with, what am I going to have, some printouts? Am I going to carry around a tablet the whole day? No, I'm not going to do that. Betting lines, trying to get to the rail to see the race, rushing things. It's not going to happen. It's not, maybe next year, because it was a blast when I went last year. It was a great ride up there. Listen to music, great conversation, and getting pumped up, the anticipation of seeing the races. But then by the end of the day, you got to leave at 7 in the morning, and 7:30. And even then, you really don't have time to stop for breakfast. You'll be lucky if you get in there for the first race. So all that stuff combined, and then the ride home afterwards, getting home at 12 o'clock at night, as you go to try to find some place to eat that's not packed, if you can get a table after the Travers, because there's, everyone flies. That's the biggest day of Saratoga of the year. So, all that in mind, I'm going to watch the races and bring you coverage here. So what kind of coverage am I going to bring you here for these races? Okay, for starters, I was going to record a video tonight, full analysis of every horse of the Travers, and then release it tomorrow. Edit it and then release it tomorrow on Friday. But I decided to take it a step further, and here's where it gets enjoyable. What I'm going to do is record that video tonight as planned, but there's more. I'm going to do the recording of the video live tonight, and I'm going to be joined by a couple of guests for this recording. It's going to be full analysis of every horse in the field. You could see of the Travers, horse by horse. I'm going to be joined by John De Silva. He was the lead analyst of the New York Post, racing analyst, gave his selections every day for 19 years. And now he's a Parks official. And for a while there, he was the morning line maker at Parks. So I'm going to be joined by him. He knows all the owners, trainers, jockeys, etc. Intimate knowledge of friendships with a lot of them. So you get great information from John. I'm also joined by Robert Fernaro. You've seen him. Those who've seen the shows in the past, giving out excellent handicapper. Now, this guy's more of a trip handicapper than a numbers handicapper, and he will be bringing you his knowledge. He's given out great picks on the show in the past for the last few years now. So, and a lot of you know him if you're a Sopranos fan. He was on the Sopranos from seasons 3 to 6 as Eugene Pontecorvo. So he's also an actor. as a very successful actor, appeared in movies, but he is a very knowledgeable handicapper. And if you watch tonight's show or the release of the video tomorrow, you'll see what I'm talking about. So we're going to be joined by a couple of guests. We're going to go horse by horse, every single whether we like the horse, how we'll use the horse. So we'll be giving picks and full in-depth analysis tonight. So that'll be there. And if you missed the show tonight, you will get to see the recording, just the Travers portion. And what do I mean by just the Travers portion of the show? What we're going to do, tonight's recording is going to be a little bit different. What we're going to do is this. We're going to record the Travers show that I planned on recording tonight and then releasing tomorrow. But you get to see it live. So once the Travers Stakes portion of the show is completed, once that's a wrap, we're going to stay live. Now, that's not the live portion. That's tonight is not going to be in tomorrow's recording of the Travers show. Okay, it's kind of like going like rock, like behind the scenes in rock, seeing the Beatles when they record "Let It Be" live or whatever, and but the behind the scenes. So you get to see behind the scenes, the live recording, doing the show recording. But we're going to stay on. We're going to stay live tonight. Well, tonight is Thursday night. We're going to stay live, and for you real horse racing fans, we're going to have a free, open discussion between us discussing the other races either before or after the Travers, especially the stakes races before. So some of you, you're not just interested in the Travers, maybe you're interested in the the ballerina or the Jerkin stakes with Englishman in there. Is Englishman a lot? We'll be discussing those other races, so you may hang in there, and you'll get to see us breaking down the races like we do when we're on a phone call with each other, or on phone calls with each other. Freestyle, just open, very candid, and you'll see how, behind the scenes, really looking at the races in a relaxed environment where you're not doing a show and you're just talking open, honest, just back and forth discussion, and landing on who we like on these races, these other races. So, for you big players that really you're looking at a pick 3 or daily doubles and that, you get to see bonus material besides just the Travers. So that's going to be tonight. So that's going to be 8 p.m. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link to that live show for tonight right here in the description area, so you know where to go to see that show if it doesn't pop up on your screen when you go into YouTube on your own. What else? Well, tomorrow I'll release just the Travers portion of tonight's live show. Yeah, I'll edit that out and release that as a standalone video. Then on Saturday, here's the deal with that. On Saturday, what I'm going to be doing, now to get started, post time is 11:05. I'm going to get started. I'm going to have open chat. Going to be doing a full Travers Day show, right through the Travers. So you'll get to ask questions. You get to see my picks. I'll get picks out there, either scrolling, but then you don't want to just see the scrolling portion, because for you hit and run guys, I may change up. Come post time on these races. Am I getting fair odds? Does a horse look like crap in the paddock, or is he acting up? And most importantly, one of the things, well, for your interest anyway, you want to make your own picks, but I'll be giving my actual plays as we wind down to post. I'll be giving you my plays, my plays for each race. So you're not only getting my picks early you'll be getting my final picks, because, my final picks as we wind down towards post time. So, gonna have a Travers show on Saturday. So yeah, I won't be up there. That you got to weigh the choices here. And for this year, it's going to be this. I really want to bring you some more. And tomorrow I'll be I'll be releasing the Travers portion of tonight's recording, and I'll be releasing it tomorrow. And tomorrow I'll be handicapping really the Travers, be looking at the full card and getting that information, because it's a big card, 14 races. So there's a lot of work involved if you want to win, right? You don't want to be winging it by the seat of your pants, going race to race. Because one of the big things about handicapping in advance is you know the races you want to target, and you see your opportunities. You're not going to have a chance to do that if you do that race by race on race day. And if you're at the Travers, it's almost impossible to do that race by race between the crowd. What are you going to do? You're going to maybe have some printouts. Maybe you use your phone. You can't handicap the same way, especially if you're shooting around different areas, different data points. So that's the schedule for that's the Travers, my Travers coverage for you this weekend. And it looks like it's going to be a great card. Hopefully the weather holds up. It looks like it's going to rain there today, but Friday and Saturday look pretty good. So it should be a great day of racing, and actually a tremendous Travers. Best Travers in a long time. I was up there last year, and there were only a handful of horses. Sovereignty won, but 10 horses this time. And a bunch of them with a chance to win, and a bunch of them, at least a handful, maybe even more, that possibly can win, including some longer ones. So that's the deal right now. So let's go get them. Hope you can make it tonight. And if you like this, you want more information, hit the like and subscribe button. Costs you nothing. You'll get the notifications every time the new stuff comes out. So have a great day, evening, whenever you're watching that. And if you're playing today, best of luck. Bring it home. Ice water in the veins when playing the races. Win big, and may the horse be with you.